Hey, aloha guys, it's Brandy coming to you here in our 90-day SheBoss Nation YouTube challenge page. How are you doing? We're on day 38. We're almost halfway through. If you haven't noticed by now, there are 5 co-founders, myself, Yasmin Pasqua, Dixie Fails, and then we have the twins that come to you on the same screen. And what we do is every week we come to you here on the YouTube channel as well as in our app. And we choose first one training that has positively impacted us. It's usually a training that's done by a famous person or a mentor of us, but something that we choose that hasn't come from our own origin. And then the second training we do, we actually show up here like this, like I'm showing up right now with my face here talking to you, and we share something that we think can positively support you in your entrepreneurship, in your network marketing build, in your personal growth and development. And I think you're noticing that everybody has their own style of training and their own style of topics that they like to come to you with. So for me personally, I've really been enjoying meeting up with you and talking with you about this business model that we love so much called network marketing. And I think it is important for us as network marketing professionals to show up and talk about the model with each other. You know, not just talk about our company or talk about our comp plan, or not just talk to our prospects about it or to our customers about it, but instead sit and talk with each other about the business model as a whole, professional to professional, because the more we can communicate and look at the network marketing business model as a whole, it really empowers us to be able to then look at how our company, product, program, or service plugs into network marketing as a whole. And then we'll be able to more effectively communicate it to our potential leads and our customers and anybody that's looking at what we have. So you see, when you first get started in network marketing, or, you know, maybe you get introduced to a company and then you fall in love with their products, or your good friend is doing it and she introduces you to the team, and then you go to a training or you go to an event and then you're just like, oh, I'm in, like, I love it. I love it. I love the company. I love the values. I love the product. I love the people, right? That's usually what happens with network marketing, because people are awesome and network marketing companies are awesome and the products that they put out are awesome. So you get connected with it. And then you become a disciple of that company, right? A disciple of the product line. Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. You need to believe in what you're selling. You need to believe in your products, your program, your service. However, it is not just your company. There are hundreds of other companies out there that have distributors that love their product, program, or service, who are also in the network marketing business model. So I do believe that it is important for you, if you're going to start leveling up in your thinking and leveling up in your training, and especially if you're going to start looking to recruit other professionals who maybe are looking for another company to be a part of, it is important for you to step back and not be so company centric, but start to look at the industry as a whole. And when you do that, then you can really start to see like how your company plays into it, and then you start to see more clearly the reasons why you're with your company. Okay, so let's just like rewind for a second. So, you know, what really is network marketing? Well, network marketing is a business model. It is a model that a company chooses to implement in order to get their product out to the masses. There are a number of different ways that a company could have chosen to have gotten their products out to the masses, right? Let me give you an example. A company can choose to go house to house and use that business model. The vacuum companies do that. People who sell knives do that, and people who sell other things do that. They knock on doors and they say, hey, can I do you a demo? So that's one business model. That's the business model that that company chose to utilize to bring their product to market. So for, you know, vacuum companies, it made sense to them, right? Like, let's have people walk house to house, knock on doors, and just ask people if they can clean their floors. And before you know it, that person is buying a $2,000 vacuum. So that made sense to them. What's another means by which a company could utilize? Infomercials. You've seen it. I've seen it. I will tell you the truth. I love to watch infomercials, and I just bought Emerald's stove. Yeah, his air fry stove. So that is another model that a company can choose in order to get their product out to the masses. Another model, which is a very common model, is for them to go in and bring it into big box stores, bring it into Sears, bring it into JCPenney's, bring it into Bed Bath & Beyond, bring it into Walmart, bring it into Target, right? They have a product, they go to the retailer of the store and they say, hey, I got this product, can I put it on your shelf? And that is another business model. And then, of course, we have network marketing. That is when a company chooses to take the dollars that they would normally spend, if they, if they sold it on an infomercial, they'd have to pay tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars for that airtime. If they decided to put it into a store, they'd probably have to give the store 60 to 75% of whatever it's sold for. So they still have to pay for that, right? So in this case, when a company chooses to utilize network marketing as the model to get that product out to the masses, they take the money that they would have normally spent on advertising or, in giving it back to the store or in TV ads, and they actually take those dollars and they incentivize happy customers or distributors or promoters or brand ambassadors, and they incentivize them to go out and sell more product. And then they take those dollars and they put those dollars back into the pockets of happy customers or happy promoters. But it's not just that, right? Because that could be like an affiliate marketing program. An affiliate marketing program is simply kind of like a buy and sell model. But in the network marketing model, there's another level, right? They take more dollars and then they say, hey, if you can go teach other people, other happy customers, how to share it with others, we're going to give you a cut of all of their commissions as well. So then you get another paycheck. So you get one paycheck when you just sell product yourself as a happy customer. And then you get another paycheck when you're able to effectively help other happy customers that you've introduced go share it with others. So that's the business model right there. Now, who are people that are able to be successful? Who rocks it? Who kills it in this business model? Well, first off, it's people who know how to sell product, and it's in a very authentic way. Some salespeople are great at it because they can sell product. They know how to sell product. Some people don't even know how to sell product, but they can still sell it just because they love it so much. So, number one, the people who are good at it are the ones who can sell product. And then number two, the people who are really good at network marketing, the people who become very successful, are the ones who actually learn how to help others share. So why am I saying these people are successful and these people are really successful? What's the difference? Well, the difference in pay is huge. If you're going to focus on simply just selling the products yourself, you'll be able to make probably a part-time income, probably in any network marketing company you're part of. More and more recently, companies are starting to learn how to pay people for customer acquisition. But I will tell you, for the past 50 years, in general, network marketing didn't really pay towards customer acquisition. They paid more towards recruiting people, toward building a business. So, I did give you that generalization of what network marketing is, but the compensation plans that have been put into place prior to this have really had a focus on people recruiting. But now it's a little different. So I'm going to kind of talk a little bit to the person who's in a network marketing company right now, because more and more with the FTC and with online marketing and just with moving with the times, I think people know all about that pyramid deal already and they're just not liking it. So that whole feel of like, you get your two, they get their two, they get their two, they get their two, and you make $1 million, like that's done. You'll never hear me pitching that, okay? And honestly, like if you're listening to people and they're just like, yeah, you just go get your two, they go get their two, they go get their two, then that might be something that you're not, it's not recent. It's just, that stuff is going to really change soon. So nowadays, there are people who can get customers. And I'm going to say, if you're, looking at the companies nowadays that are adjusting, you can probably make a really good part-time income just selling products. The company I'm in, you can make a nice income. If you're hustling and you're selling products, you can make a good $1,500 a month, every single month, simply on your efforts and you selling to customers. So what do you think about that? $1,000 to $1,500 a month if you hustle and you sell products. Pretty cool, right? So basically that's sales. And that business model is not, I mean, we know it. You sell something and then the company gives you a commission of it. And in this model, in network marketing, you rarely have to stock. Before, people would have to stock. I mean, and if it's like clothing now, people still have to stock. But in general, you're probably not stocking. So then I talk about this side. But what about this side? The people who are very successful in network marketing, the people who get featured on stages, the people who get invited on trips, the people who get cars paid for, the people that companies really take care of, right? Companies are really going to take care of people who know how to teach people how to share. Companies are going to take care of people who are sharing too, because it is important for people to share, but companies are really going to take care of people who know how to help people share. See, the company can't go out and teach somebody how to sell their product. That's not what the company does. The company has to trust the field. So when they start identifying people in the field that knows how to teach people how to share, that's when you start seeing those people's names in bright lights. And that's when you start seeing those, you know, the big checks and the big prizes and the big recognitions. So what does that mean for you in the network marketing business model? Well, first off, you got to learn how to sell. Okay. So I'm not here telling you like, oh no, just go recruit, because that wouldn't work either. If I told you go out and just recruit, because you could recruit all day and all night, and you could sign people up in your business all day and all night, and still they get nobody. And then you will not be successful on this side. You won't be successful on any of these sides. So this is my simple means by which I train my own team members. I also do network marketing coaching. And, you know, I do suggest this path towards people who I'm also coaching with. But again, it really depends on their compensation plan, because not everybody's compensation plan is set up for customer acquisition. But this right here that I'm about to share with you is what I teach my own team members, so that you can kind of understand how I'm starting to set people up for this and for this side. So yes, first it is important for somebody to sell and get their own customers on their product line. And there should be a goal. I set a goal around it. So every single month I set this goal where my people that I'm training should aim for 3,000 points in customers a month. And the point usually goes with the dollar amount. So, you know, you could say $3,000, but it's not always even, but let's just make it, for example's sake, 3,000 points a month or $3,000 a month. That is their goal. That's my monthly goal as well for customer acquisition. And when I say customers, I mean customers alone, just customers, just my customer buying from me, period. They're buying from my site. They're buying from my stock. They're buying from me. So that's their first goal. And every single month I set that goal for them to have $3,000 worth of customer acquisition points. After that, it's this side now. So how do they make the transition from selling products, which is relatively simple, you know, if you have a good product line and you have a system in place, it's relatively, it can be done. I'm not going to say it's like easy, but it can be done if someone's working and they're utilizing the tools and they're following the system and they have a great support system. So they get their 3,000 points. Now, I don't want them to just do this forever, because after a while, they're going to get bored of it. It's about the money, but it's not always about the money. The truth is, initially when we come in, we might be like, yeah, I want to make money. But if we don't challenge ourselves and we don't grow, we get stagnant. And when we get stagnant, we go backwards. So yes, you want to keep this here, but you have to challenge yourself to start creating some big success. So how you're going to do that is you're going to identify people in your customer, you know, your customer area here that would be great to start sharing. And then you're going to start getting them to take steps over into this side, which is now helping them to share, right? So over here, it's just they're consuming. You're sharing with them, they're buying from you, and they're just consuming the product. Not a thought in sight about making money, not a thought in sight about being a part of a community, not a thought in sight about helping others. But then you want to bring them over here. And the truth is, yes, people want to make money. Yes, people want to help others. Yes, people want to be a part of a community. It's just that These people aren't thinking about that just yet. But your goal is to get them taking steps to this area so that they can become sharers of it. And when they share, then you've just learned how to take somebody from being a consumer to an actual partner with you that's going out and sharing. And once you do it with one person, you can do it with another, and you can do it with another, and you can do it with another. And before you know it, this team is going to grow. Now, the reason why the top network marketers, the most successful network marketers, are the ones who know how to do this is because when they help other people share, then their value is huge to the company, because they're actually now duplicating themselves. They're taking, before they were just doing one thing and just sharing, right? But now they're going here and they're using a different skill set. They're applying themselves differently. They're showing the company, the upline, the sideline, the team members that, okay, I'm willing to try to do this thing that is not easy, because it's not easy to get somebody to do something else, right? It's not easy to do that. You got to be willing to step up and become a leader and think outside the box and be willing to get rejected and shot down and fall down and get back up and fall down, do all those things. So they see that. And when they see somebody effectively doing that here, that is when this person's value really grows to the company, because now they're duplicating themselves. Now they're taking what they were doing here and they're teaching other people to do it. And when they do that, that's when they get rewarded very, very well. And that's the truth pretty much across the board in network marketing, is that, you know, if you're acquiring customers, you're going to get paid a certain amount. And hey, a solid part-time, maybe even a little bit kind of like a full-time income, great. But it's here where you're going to make that legacy income. It's here when you're going to get recognized by the company. It's here that you're going to get invited on trips and you're going to get all those things. So if you're like, okay, yeah, I'm happy with $1,000 a month, but I do want to challenge myself. If you want to challenge yourself, if you want to see if you can be a successful leader or a successful individual that will be able to be valued by their company and recognized for that, then your goal is to not just recruit people. It's not just for you to sign people up in the business. It's for you to start teaching people, helping people share. So what I do is I help people have great experiences on the product. I start them off in this area. It's really important to me that they have a great experience, that they take pictures, because I am involved in health and wellness and weight loss. They have to take their before and after pictures. If they're not taking their before and after pictures, then I'm probably not going to give them too much of my time. They got to be plugging into my support systems. They got to be connecting with my customer community. And then very quickly, I start asking them to show me their results. I start asking them to tell me about what's happening with them. And then the next step is to simply show them a very simple way for them to share their results with others as a customer. I get them to share as a customer first. And when I get them to share as a customer first, what happens is it makes the transition into becoming an actual partner much, much easier. And when they become a partner, they've already had experience under their belt of sharing. They might already have some customers themselves, and then we just keep it going. So I hope this helped you a little bit to gain some perspective. I love having these conversations with y'all, and it's great. Again, happy day 39. Congratulations on showing up. Talk to you soon. Aloha.